Welcome into Dallas Mavericks Today. I'm your host, Harrison Graham, back at it with another video for you guys. Excited for the new year. Hope you guys had a happy new year. And guess what? The NBA trade deadline is just over a month away. We'll start with some trade stuff, and then for the end of the show, we will honor the GOAT, Dirk Nowitzki, who's going to have his jersey retired tonight, so stay tuned for that. But let's start with some, trade buzz that continues to circulate with the deadline just over a month away. SI.com proposed a potential Jerami Grant trade idea. Grant, of course, excellent defensive player who's gotten a lot better offensively the past couple of years with the Detroit Pistons. Now, they mentioned Tim Hardaway would have to be included in a trade, and that makes sense because their salaries match up pretty well. They didn't say a specific trade. They kind of were like, Hardaway plus potential picks for Grant, so this is what I cooked up. The Mavs would get Jerami Grant. The Detroit Pistons would get Tim Hardaway Jr. and a 2025 first-round pick. Giving up a first wouldn't be great, but Grant is younger, and he's just a better player at this point in time. So let me know, who would win this trade if it were to go down? Type M for the Mavs, type P for the Pistons. Let me know who would win this trade if it ended up happening for the Dallas Mavericks. Now, you compare these two players, Jerami Grant and Tim Hardaway Jr., this year. It's pretty clear who the better player has been. Hardaway's efficiency has dipped as he's 39% from the field, under 33 from three. Grant had a little bit of a better shooting year last year overall, but he's still having a much better year than THJ this year. And he's a better defensive player, and he's younger. Jerami Grant's better than Tim Hardaway Jr. It's okay to say that out loud, Mavs fans. We all love THJ. I got no problem with Tim Hardaway as a player. I think he's a nice piece. But if you can tell me you can get Jerami Grant for Hardaway and maybe just one pick, that's something I'm probably going to consider. I wouldn't love to give up a first, but at the end of the day, it's a 2025 first-round pick. Like, it's not the end of the world. Hell, maybe you throw a second player in there and a second-round pick. Keep that first instead. I think Grant's going to be a guy linked to trade rumors between now and February 10th when the NBA trade deadline is set to come and pass. And I think Dallas is a team that needs to be active between now and then. What do you guys think? Name a player the Mavs should trade for between now and the trade deadline. I want to hear it from you guys right now in the comments. Who do you want Dallas to trade for this season to try and make that playoff push? I can promise you this, if the Mavs make a trade, we're going to break it down here on Dallas Mavericks Today, because that's what we do. When major news happens, when big rumors are out there, trade buzz is circulating, we cook up a video for you guys. Hit that big red button below this video and share that link with a friend, youtube.com/MavsTV. We have 6 NBA channels at Chat Sports, and some of our other ones have been outperforming Dallas Mavericks Today, which is why we haven't been able to do as many videos. We want to change that here, so if you subscribe and enjoy our content, be sure you hit that. Be sure to tell a friend to subscribe so we can continue to grow here at Dallas Mavericks Today. Okay, let's talk about the return of Luka Doncic. He returned on Sunday and Monday, has played in the last 2 games for Dallas after he missed the prior 10 games, which kudos to Dallas for going 5-5 during that stretch. Had a season high, or tied a season high, with 15 assists against Denver, as Dallas has now won 3 of 4 games. And, things trending in the right direction, right? Obviously, this season hasn't gone completely to plan for Luka, but he did have 22 and 15 in that game in 34 minutes and a nice win over Denver. Just 3 turnovers. You love the 15-3 ratio there. That's 5-1 overall. Nice to get Luka back. He's still having a nice season. Not the season he had hoped. COVID, ankle issues. He comes in a little bit overweight. He was the MVP favorite entering this year, and that's obviously not going to happen, barring just a spectacular finish for him and the Mavs. But that doesn't mean that he can't help the Mavs make a push and he can't play like an MVP the rest of the season. The Mavs need to make a push right now. They need to make a run for the next 15, 20 games. Really focus in here and kind of separate themselves from that middle tier of the Western Conference. I mean, they're back above 500 at 19 and 18. You got a game tonight where you're going to retire DIRK'S jersey. It's going to be lit at the AAC. So I think the time is now for Dallas. It's kind of been 2 steps forward, 1 step forward, 2 steps back all year long in Jason Kidd's first season, but the defense has been solid all year. If this offense, which has been playing better as of late, can find some consistency, I think with Luka Doncic, this is a team that, maybe could make a push for a 4 or 5 seed in the Western Conference. Are the Mavs a contender right now with the pieces they have? Type Y for yes, type in for no. I can't say with great confidence that they are a true contender, but I think they could be kind of a secondary contender if they start to play a little bit better, and certainly if they make a trade. Be honest. Let us know. Y for yes, N for no. Are the Dallas Mavericks a contender right now? Okay, let's talk about the story of the day. Dirk's number set to get retired tonight. His famous number 41 jersey against the Golden State Warriors. He, of course, played all 21 of his seasons with the Dallas Mavericks. It's going to be a spectacle tonight. I wish I could go. Maybe I'll get some tickets here at the last minute, but they're always expensive when the Warriors are in town, and it's going to be even more expensive based on when I've been checking. But Dirk's a legend. He deserves everything and more from Mark Cuban and this franchise. He was so loyal to the city of Dallas and to the Mavericks overall. One of the all-time greats. You look at the numbers. Over 31,000 points, over 11,000 rebounds, career 47% shooter from the field. Really changed the game in a multitude of ways. It became popular for bigs to shoot threes because of Dirk, and he created a shot, the one-legged fadeaway. We see that in the NBA so often today, and that is because of Dirk Nowitzki. He's the absolute GOAT for me. I'm not going to sit here and say he's the greatest NBA player of all time, but he's the greatest Mav of all time, the most impactful, and he's one of the most impactful players in the history of basketball, arguably the best European player ever as well. He's the GOAT for me, my favorite athlete ever. I can't wait to watch tonight, and hopefully the Mavs can beat a red-hot Warriors team as well, because Golden State is playing absolutely fantastic. I cannot wait to witness this here on Wednesday night. Show some love, support the GOAT, spam 41 to show respect to the absolute GOAT down in the comments. Hey, he's the GOAT, man. I'm a huge fan of Dirk. So type 41 down below. Kind of recapping the stories of the day. Jerami Grant get the Mavs trade for him. We'll see. You'd probably have to include Tim Hardaway in a trade for Jerami Grant. Luka Doncic playing nice in his return. Hopefully he can continue to get into shape, round into form, and lead this team down the stretch, hopefully to another playoff appearance. And then Dirk Nowitzki. I can't wait for tonight as the Mavs will finally raise that number 41 jersey in the rafters of the American Airlines Center where it'll sit forever, because Dirk is an absolute legend. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you want more content like this one. We are the place for you. YouTube.com/MavsTV. We will have you guys covered with more Mavs news, rumors, trade buzz, and a whole lot more. So stay tuned and subscribe.